Retro anime. How did we find it? How does it hold up? Unpacking the ins and outs of being an old school nerd and proving that 80s kids can't remember a damn thing right. These are the mindless midlife musings of the anime nerd.
Welcome to Mindless Midlife Musings of the Anime Nerd. I'm Rick, and I'm joined by the rest of our panel, Brian, Lynette, and Vic. Hello, everyone.
How's it going, everyone?
Hello.
Yes.
Ouch.
Tonight, we get in the ring and try to take on the criminal underworld of Blue City. It maybe get some ink while we're at it, as we discuss Rei-Lan Orchid Emblem. Orchid Emblem is an adult original video animation based on a light novel written by Toshihiko Kudo and illustrated by Makoto Fujisaki. It was released in Japan in 1996. It was released in the West as part of the Best of Kitty series, Volume 1 by Media Blasters / Kitty Media in 2000. The story goes that the Trident Foundation, Trident, English is fantastic in this one. The Trident Foundation controls the world's back alleys and darkest corners. Its boss, the ruthless Tojo, has an unquenchable thirst for violence, sex, and power. When he meets Rei-Lan, his sexual prowess takes her beyond her wildest fantasy. 4 years later, they meet again as enemies. Will Rei-Lan extract her revenge?
She extracts something.
Well,
Really?
let's go.
I don't think going after them was anything in that picture. There was no revenge. There was no revenge. She stepped out for cigarettes and came back 2 weeks later going, "Oopsie, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to do that.
Right?
I brought you a gift in the vision of this little girl that looks suspiciously like she's too young to be playing in the adult game."
Lynette
hope
is
you will
coming out
forgive me.
swinging. She is
My
not here for it.
goodness. So, look. Yeah. This was released as the one of the entries of the Best of Kitty DVD. There were 3 anime that were in it, and we have already reviewed the other 2. It was Advanced Retina and Battle Team Lakers EX, and this on a single DVD release. So, interesting. I know, right? What a pairing.
I felt lied to. I was hoping for some vengeance action. It was
Yeah.
action, but it was not vengeance. I don't know.
There's no, I don't know that
Yeah.
there was anything vengeful at all, really. It does start off with a standard badass bad girl's intro. She shows up with her tuxedo mask flower trick, and then she fucks some shit up, and you're like, all right, this is what it's gonna be.
Some shit up or just one thing in particular. I was like, oh my God. and they set the guy up to be, I think what they did was they used like a great subversion tactic. Muscle, 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 or muscle, muscle, muscle,
Yeah.
muscle, 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 muscle. Kick. Down.
Yeah,
All right, so
old
talk
Machine
about-
Gun Joe was useless.
Machine Gun Joe.
Hmm?
So that's not the very beginning. The very beginning is her doing some damage to the underworld, and then it cuts to the title card, right?
Right.
And then it goes to the
They tell
Trident
you-
yacht.
Yeah,
Right.
super
You get a
grapple
little
fight.
backstory here, right? And then Tojo, who looks suspiciously like Geese Howard, gets
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about all
Go-Go
not just
13
peace.
personality. I'm just telling you.
Everybody in this is like a parody of a character from another fighting game.
Yeah.
And for the ones that are not actually in it, they're like in photos in the background.
Yes.
I saw
Yes.
that. I was like, hold up. Is that E Honda and Blanca?
Yeah.
And Kim Cap-Wan.
Kim Cap-Wan, and everybody was in this bitch.
I'm like,
And
oh
so
my
good.
God. I even
Yeah.
saw Vega. I was like,
He
okay, you have my
might have been there. The Tojo's henchman is named
Ryu.
Ryu, but he looks an awful lot like Fei-Long.
right?
So yeah, during the opening battle at the Super Grappler competition tournament thingamabobber, there's just a shit ton of references to other fighting game franchises. The characters are on the wall, and but yeah. So sure, her match is against this character Machine Gun Joe, who is something.
A cap gun at best. A cap gun at best.
He walks on the scene with an 8-pack and a banana hammock and not anything else. Can't really do much of anything. And then Chun-Li Jr. wants to kick him in the face, and that's all it takes.
So yeah, Rei-Lan is clearly like a hybrid of like Chun-Li and Mai Shiranui, right? She's like this hybridization of these two characters. And then yeah, so she kicks his ass. It's not the worst fight scene I've ever seen. Just, I mean, it's about
It's better than
on-
everything
Is it
in
a fight
Samurai
scene?
Showdown.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's about on par with like, you know, at least like the first couple Fatal Furies. Like there's, you know, just a little bit of action. They finish the fight pretty quick. You're like, all right, that was a fight. But while that's happening, our main villain or antagonist Tojo is doing some fighting of his own, with his toys. His little
He's fighting
twin
urges.
toy thing. I don't know what the deal is. It is
Well,
is always
First
a
of
marvel.
all, they are twins.
They are, which is just a whole other thing. But
That's a different thing that
This is a
broke my brain.
whole other thing.
And I
They
felt
are.
like he was trying to do financial math while doing that, and his face showed anger. And I was like,
man.
dude, this is
Yeah.
supposed to be a
No,
happy
you said it
moment
right.
for
They
you. And
They're clearly not good at
there's-
this.
there's something. You're supposed to be like the sex master, and you look like you're
Right.
having a hard time. I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah. He was
Look,
not.
Basically, Toho was channeling his inner Togo. In Go-Go 13.
Right. There you go.
Yeah, it was,
So yeah, she kicks his ass. Well done. And then we get this MacGuffin, the note about DX99 and Fei Long. I mean Ryu. He's like, she has this DX99 thing, and
Which never comes up again.
gonna meet her at the warehouse. It never fucking matters.
It
ever,
made no point. They could have called it,
whatever.
you know, they could have called it washer fluid, and
It really could have. They could have just. It's meth. They could have just said
Yeah.
meth, and it would have been fine. Like it didn't matter. It
And the-
didn't matter. But they had to make some kind of MacGuffin.
And they had to make it worse than cocaine. It's time.
Yeah, absolutely.
To powerful as cocaine.
This
And you only need. Well, if it's twice as
So-
powerful as cocaine, of course that would lead you to believe you need less of it.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
so
like they
there's
just
this.
wanted an excuse to bring in the DEA.
Yeah. So there's this. Yeah. So this is like a 4-year grudge. We find out at this point, and she comes home after winning her prize money and kicking Machine Gun Joe's ass to Emmy. Emmy is her live-in friend. I don't.
Then
Emmy is.
roommate, bed buddy.
she's something.
No. All I know is Emmy is very, very thankful. She's just very thankful for the
She's-
wad of money.
Ow, chicka wow wow. Thank you. That's
So
I would have
thankful.
did the same
Thankful.
thing.
so thankful.
you give her a big old envelope of money, and she's
Hey,
super
hey,
thankful.
look,
That is just
We're
wow.
putting-
That is some
We're
things.
putting way too much condemnation on the
Yeah.
amount of
On
money.
Emmy. Oh, on the
Yeah,
amount.
yeah.
I don't know. It looked. It was a sizable stack. I'm just saying.
It's a sizable stack.
It was.
I have shown my gratitude for a fucking 20-piece McNugget.
and it's fair.
But
It's-
we
it's
don't
fair.
know, you know, what currency that cash is.
It's the peso.
Yeah,
Anyway.
you know, if that could have been like $50.
So, nevertheless, she's very, very thankful, and it's funny because it kind of starts out like, "Oh, I love you too." It's like, "Whoa, wait a minute, whoa, okay, like, no, whoa,
No,
you
no,
really
hey,
love
hey,
me.
love,
Hang on, whoa, hey, whoa, faces don't go there." Like, so you got like really, it's
It
like
slapped you in the face. Like
Rei-Lan was very taken aback by the amount of gratitude Amy had.
Can I say that between Toho and
Tojo.
Rei-Lan,
Yeah,
Tojo,
Tojo,
Tojo.
Tojo,
Tojo.
Tojo.
Oh,
can
Lord.
I say that we're gonna find out later that these two scenes really weren't supposed to happen.
The Emmy's thankfulness.
No, not the
Alright.
thankfulness.
Oh, okay.
The result of said
Oh,
thankfulness.
Yeah.
We kind of find out why Tojo is the way he is in terms of why he's so nonchalant.
He is something else.
but
Yeah.
these two scenes weren't
Yeah.
supposed to happen. We'll get to that later.
I can't
Oh,
wait to hear
yeah.
your thoughts on this.
Yeah.
I know they contradict themselves in the
You know what I'm talking about?
the
Yeah.
tattoo
They do
scene.
that.
Yeah,
So
in the tattoo scene. Yeah.
honestly, the animation in this is not bad. Like
Not
for
bad.
what it is, it's it's smut. But
It's scary. I was gonna save that for the end, but it's like they had 2 teams working on it.
yeah,
The sex scenes were like really, really well animated,
right.
and then everything else was
Except for the
meh.
pixelated butts. That was hilarious. That was hilarious.
So there's an uncensored version, but it doesn't
Funny.
uncensor the silhouettes. The silhouettes are still
Mhm.
silhouettes, but nevertheless, it's not bad. It's actually probably in the Kitty series, it was of the 3. I think it's probably my favorite animation one. Like
I would agree with that
quality of
statement.
it. I
Animation
mean,
quality was absolutely.
Advanced Retina
Yeah,
had its
I agree.
moments, but I don't know, something about this one of the 3 that was probably my favorite. So anyway, so you find out she's a DEA agent. So she's DEA agent Rei-Lan, undercover as Rei-Lan, which is excellent.
Her undercover skills suck.
Yeah. Her and her partner Doug, who is clearly her partner. I don't know if Doug knows about Emmy, but anyway.
No. This is 4 years later. This is 4 years.
Emmy
Emmy's
came-
4
Emmy
years
There
came
was a
after.
weird the way they did the time gap was weird because it's like they jumped back. Then it's like,
Right.
okay, are we still in the back or are we in the
If-
current?
Right, because then we
I
jump
think what
to
happened was after she sped away on the motorcycle,
yeah.
that when the time skip happens. And we
Okay,
jump
so
back during that
At
time.
what? So my question is now: at what point did Emmy go boom? Because Emmy go boom, but now did Emmy go boom 4 years ago, or did Emmy go boom now? Emmy went boom now, right?
I think Emmy
Emmy
went
went
boom now.
boom now.
Okay,
Because
Emmy
if she
go
went
boom now.
4 years ago, then that means they
Right.
went
If-
out of the way
again,
to hide her for
There's
4 years.
there's some time shit here, but Emmy
Or
go boom.
look,
Emmy go
it could
boom.
have been the EX99 then. That could have did it.
Rei-Lan drives off with the DX99 to go to this meeting, so it's current
Yep.
times, right? And then and Emmy go boom, and
Emmy goes boom.
and she shows up with Doug. So Rei-Lan and Doug and
No,
all
all
their
right.
thing.
So you're
And
missing.
they're at the drug deal.
All right. So what happens is
Yeah.
Emmy goes boom.
Emmy goes
Right
boom.
after Emmy goes boom, she's over there at the airport and she says, "I can never forgive him for what he did to me 4 years ago." And that's when they do the time
Yeah,
skip.
that's when it cuts back
I'm
to
telling
like
you, it
they should have
So
had like a
It's
little.
weird.
They should have had a little subtitle 4 years ago.
something. It got weird. It was the time jumps were not
got
consistent.
confusing.
They really needed to clear that up. I give that a
Somebody needed
big
to break
strike.
the fourth wall.
Big strike. Yeah, something there.
With
So
what?
Rei-Lan and Doug are there for this drug deal. They burst in and the charge is drug dealing. I was like, solid charge. That is definitely a legal standing. Great.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's called distribution.
Yeah. So then Fei Long starts killing dudes. It's pretty cool. He does it pretty well. And then they capture Rei-Lan and they capture Doug. And Tojo is very handsy with his newly captured person, but we find this is his old. Are we 4 years ago or are we current?
Mhm.
Because it feels like we're
No,
4
4
years
years
ago.
Well, 4 years ago.
Captures her 4 years ago. I wrote it because I was like, did he describe her boobs as shapely? Well,
Yes, he did.
it's not a word that I usually use to describe them, but okay, I'll give you that. That's like, oh, I'll describe a woman as shapely, not just anyway. So she wakes up in a bed in a hotel, and for a girl that wakes up in the situation she's in, she is extraordinarily surprised when everyone's clothes start coming off. Like, I thought if you're in that situation, it's pretty clear what's about to happen.
And her level of fear did not equal to the situation. Like she went
Right.
she went
It felt
from
like
oh
I
my
f-
god, this is really bad to oh yeah, let's do
Yeah,
this. This is
I-
going
yeah,
down.
that's
I
my
feel
note.
like so it feels like, and I don't know if it's a translation error, a writing error, or if the story's just bad.
Yeah.
It felt the way she behaved would make more sense if she was drugged.
If she was on the drug, that's my note. All right, Vic. So
Yes.
that's my note. I said she gets slutty hella fast. Was she on the drug? Like, did
I
they give her
actually
the
have-
drug?
I actually have a different take.
Okay.
I believe that when Tojo unrobed and she saw his Wang, she
Yeah.
was like, you know what? let's give it a shot.
She did the if I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out happy, that type of
I mean,
thing.
I
I'm
guess.
Honey,
going
with a
yeah.
bang.
down.
I
I'm
Yeah.
think
going
that
down with a
thing was
smile on my
so,
face.
and we could only blame the pixelation, but
I watched the
she,
uncensored version. I don't know what
I
you're
was
talking
about to say,
about.
I didn't get any pixelation.
Yeah, I watched the uncensored version.
What?
Yeah, there's two versions on there. Turns out the lower res version was the uncensored one.
Oh,
But it didn't
mine
matter
just did
'cause
the auto magic.
It was still a silhouette of a Johnson. Yeah, I thought she got slutty hella fast. So in my head canon, it was like, oh, they must have drugged her with like the DX99 because she went from I'm a murder
No,
y'all,
no,
I'm
no,
gonna
no, no.
arrest y'all to just hard as hell. Just give it to me. Like she
Mhm.
it's like nothing.
Like she went from Skinamax to
Yeah.
whoa, we should be paying $9.99 for this.
Right.
Yeah.
It's really fast. Just no
Look at that, we-
explanation.
it was so fast. Vic didn't even have a chance to get his wallet out.
had to hit that buy now. Whatever card's on file. Fuck it. Yeah, so the whole it's a very long scene. That's just got more and more build up, right? It starts out with just the two of them, and then it gets a little heavier, and it gets a little heavier, and then hey, Doug's here. Hey, Doug, how's it going, Doug?
Hey, Doug is like enjoying the show, Doug? Huh?
Doug doesn't look like he's having a good time until Doug
You see that
apparently
Doug
starts
is
to have a
having
good time. Until suddenly Doug's having a good time. And yeah, so the whole thing just kind of goes crazy. Off
And
the
then
wall
she's
there.
all like, oh yeah, Doug, don't look. I'm so sorry. I'm going to keep on going.
Right. And then she's like, Doug, you have to look. Doug, watch me. Doug, are you looking? Doug, Doug, stare at me, Doug.
It's like a different voice. Like she
Doug.
shouldn't have used the girly voice that she
Did
used.
I-
Right.
Can-
Doug,
can-
you have
can
to
I-
watch this happen.
Now, Rick, when I was talking before about the voice I wanted you to use for this show, that's the one I wanted you to use.
It gave me whiplash. Oh my god. It gave me whiplash. And then it also made me realize that my blinds were open and I probably scared my niece.
And that is why you are not allowed in the neighborhood
When it
watch.
turns, she's like, oh, hi, neighbor. And the neighbor's over there with his jaw open.
If I get a call from the away.
Were they sitting there watching you? How big is your TV, Lynette?
It's pretty big.
75-inch.
Hey, that's what Rei-Lan said.
It's like a
my god.
yeah, it's about 45 inches, so it's just a big TV.
Big enough you can see it from the window. Well, Lynette, this is we
It
that's not fair. We
yeah.
probably should have warned you a little more thoroughly.
we should
Nevertheless.
warn the
suck at warning.
neighbors.
Nevertheless,
We suck at warning.
That's why my
we
neighbors
are.
are walking
We're
out the
bad.
door more often.
they're just
What
this
else
is
is
like,
she
what you watching
watching?
today? Ah. Man.
It's like, why give warnings? It's so much fun to have everyone shocked and surprised.
This
This
it
one
goes.
didn't shock and surprise you. This one came up and punched you in the face.
It's
And
just
and it said, "Keep watching." It robot
That's it.
chickened you.
it did. Yeah. It goes ham. This scene goes ham. It goes for a while, and then you're just like, wow, that was a thing. So then it cuts, and they're on the yacht again, and she's just like chilling on the yacht in a nightie, and she's all calm and like chill. And Tojo walks in, and she's like, "What did you do with Doug?" And he's like, "I let Doug go. Fine, whatever. I don't care. Take off your clothes." And she's like, "Okay." She's just like, "All right, why not? Here you go." Like it just surprisingly docile
Yeah.
for a woman that just had this happen. So
Now, we can all admit that the power of orgasm has been able to realign your chakras. And
okay, I don't know that I've ever seen it turn you into straight up sex slave that fast. So the
I'm
thing
guilty.
is,
It's happened to me. It's
now
happened to me. So-
here's my question. This is one of the questions I have. All right, so this happens. Right? He pops a cherry, rapes the hell out of her, makes Doug watch, lets Doug go. I'm air quoting, and then they're on the yacht, and he just continues to use her over and over and over, so much that the twins are like feeling neglected and whatever.
It's the montage. It's a montage.
Yes, it's a
Yeah.
montage. But here's my question. how long was she on the boat? Because by the time this is all over, right? And I'm not bearing the lead here. By the time this is over and she's already finished with all this nonsense and she finds Doug is like not decomposed at all.
Right, I
Doug
was
is
gonna say that.
still
He's
That's
pretty
what I was
fresh.
saying.
like
Yeah,
very
he's
just like
not.
He's not even
So-
remotely bloated, so it's like that all happened like in
Yeah.
a week.
tops. Like
Maybe.
they had him on ice. Like I mean, if they had him on ice, like there's no way it was
He was
that
in a
that
barrel.
right, he was in a
Yeah,
barrel,
but
so
the
it's not
barrel
like
was
it was
no
a really
cover.
long.
He was literally
Yeah.
just in a
How
barrel.
long? So that's my
Yeah.
question: is how
Even if the
long?
Unless
barrel
the
was
room
like
was-
super fermented, and he was pickled in it.
How
it's
long
still
was
not-
the montage? Because Doug was not. Because I know this much. There was at least 3 days, because she had to get tattooed.
Yes.
which is a
Yeah,
whole
3
other
days
thing.
and 3 nights. 3 days
3
and 3
days and
nights.
3
So
nights.
it's
So he
technically
had
Continuous.
You're right. That is the note. They had we gonna fuck for 3 days straight.
No
She's
stopping.
gotta
3 days and nights,
keep it up.
nonstop. There is chafing.
While
are
you're doing this, someone's gonna be
there's-
stabbing you with a needle. That homeboy's aim has to be amazing.
All right.
Has to catch a
so-
rhythm. I'm telling you, if the dude was thick before that, by the 3 days, he was not. There was nothing left.
I w-
You ever whittle a bone? That's what happened.
He went through 6 of the 7 dermal layers. Nothing left.
He's down. He's like down to a nub. I don't know.
Told you a dog goes
confession.
by Stumpy.
Oh, Christ.
I have a confession.
Yeah.
Once I saw what they said was supposed to happen at the result of the tattoo,
Sure.
I immediately paused it and thank God for VPN and private search, but I did a search for Rising Dragon tattoos.
Okay.
Y'all didn't do that?
I
to see
didn't.
if
I didn't do the
no.
search. I didn't do the search, Brian. I didn't do the
I
search.
figured someone
I
else
was
would.
afraid. I figured if I did a
You're on
search
a
for
list.
that, this movie would pop up on my search history, and then everybody.
Except for the neighbors who already knew. But yes.
Right.
So my neighbors who are probably wondering what I do for a living if I can watch that in the afternoon.
Which led me to a shocking
Yes.
conclusion.
Go on.
Out of all the categories that exist in the world of pornography,
Uh-huh.
having sex while getting a tattoo is not one. I was shocked.
You don't say.
You
Listen.
didn't find anything?
Listen.
I
While
found
getting
piercings.
tattooed?
Yeah, I found piercings, but I would thought somebody would have tried to make this as a homage. I
Look,
was
man.
shocked and appalled.
The amount of still I had to stay to get my tattoo, like this is a whole body tattoo. And I don't know what kind of sex y'all having, but there's usually movement. So the fact that was the part that got me. It was like, we're gonna do it for 3 days straight while he's tattooing you. I said, oh, we are we? Is it
And
gonna
that's
look
not
like
a-
Morse
that's
code?
Not a gun. Yeah, it's not a gun either. He's doing
was
it the
old
old
school then.
style.
Yeah.
He was
So,
old
hey,
school
I
in
was-
This is a
that.
tattooing.
Yeah, I was very. If anything impressed me about this anime, it was that tattoo artist skills.
Yeah. You know what? He probably put on music and said, "Match this beat. This is the only way that I."
That's it. And he just
gotta
just
match
held
this beat.
he held the needle steady, and then every time they moved into frame, it was like pop, pop. pop. That's why it takes 3 days.
It's like DDR, but with sex tattoos.
And it was unstenciled. He didn't put a stencil down or nothing. He
Oh, no,
just
he
went straight to
freehanded.
the scale.
Fucking freehand.
He freehanded for 3 days and nights while they did that.
Yeah, which
And the
means he's
award-
sat there tapping away
Yeah.
for 72 hours.
That's
Maybe
it.
he was the metronome. Maybe he.
That's it.
You bang to the beat.
And
da, da,
thrust,
da,
thrust, thrust.
Let's make
just
music.
not like cheerleading.
The saddest part to me is that scene goes by so quickly. It deserved way more information because
God, could you
That's
imagine
way
the smell
more
in
than
that
the
room?
duck.
Dude, I can imagine like a lot
Oh,
about
dude.
that room, but
Oh,
like
yeah.
Ned said, the chafing's got to be the worst of it. No bathroom breaks. They
No
think they're Cory Booker.
Mm.
You got it. Like that's a long time.
Now you got a wet room, a slip and slide. I don't know what's
What if
you
one of them
need
popped the
some
cramp?
wipes. Yes, what if somebody got a
Oh,
Charlie
man.
horse?
Like again, it's
Oh,
just there's too
you
many.
know?
There's so many. They went for it. Yeah, I give the writers credit. They went for it. They're like 3 days. Nobody's gonna believe 3 days. They're like, you're right. None of us believe. You could have said 3 hours, and we'd have been impressed. 3 days? Like that's a whole. Nevertheless. So yeah, that's a thing that happens, and then afterwards, then you're given permission by tattoo artists to complete, and I'm like, all right, well that's
Oh, we
Oh, that was
forgot about
another thing. 3 days
forgot about the
without
warning.
completion.
yeah.
Time out. We forgot about what was supposed to happen at the culmination of this tattoo.
Go on.
Because first, he's only tattooing her.
Right.
Yes.
He's only her, because of
So
course.
2 things supposed to happen. One, based on the sexual energy rising, the
Yeah.
tattoo would now show up on him.
Right. It's he
in
gets
mirror
Yes.
fashion.
yeah. They're united.
It's a special
and
kind of
and
tattoo
she can never climax with anyone except him.
So
And
here's
now
my
we
other
know.
question. Here's my
Now
other
we
question
know
too. They
why.
also mention like puzzle pieces. So does that
Yes.
mean her hoo-ha like
Right. They
shaped
are.
into whatever was left?
Permanently
Well,
shaped.
Was it the
Yeah.
before or after 3 days? That would be the
It was at the end of the 3 days. Upon completion, it like freeze,
No.
and
I
it
love.
kept that shape.
I love that when he starts it, and I know we really need to move on, but I love when he starts the tattoo and he gets the first pop in her. Tojo's like, oh, he's like, yeah, things are gonna get a little tight while I'm doing this.
Don't worry
Yeah, this
about
is going
it.
to
It's
feel
cool.
great
Just
for you.
chill.
This is gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Oh my god. So anyway, so the priest finishes his job. Him gives them permission to finish, and then they have a matching tattoo, and now they're bonded. And she could never find joy in the arms of another man except him. And those are the rules. I'll make them. So then she's like, she finds Doug. He's like, wow, Doug is awfully preserved.
Fresh. Preserved.
It's
I like that.
very
Preserved.
preserved. It's very
Like
preserved.
it's a drying experiment. Like it's Guga.
Yeah. And then she doesn't remember how she got away, but she got away. And it's in her monologue. I don't remember how I got away. It's like, okay, thanks for nothing.
We believe you.
Sure.
All she had to do was say, I jumped off the boat, swam
Right.
to Kung Fu China,
Right. But
learned
then
martial arts.
and then she's like, it didn't bother. The part that bothered her was that he killed Doug, not the rape, not the forced tattooing, not the sexual slavery, none of that. It was that he killed Doug.
It's not even the fourth
Not even
tattoo.
that she killed him.
He
It's
will.
the fact that he lied about it.
Yes,
Yeah.
it wasn't that he killed him. It was that he told a fib. You are a
How
fibber.
dare he? Fibber.
And you know what? I have to give them credit. He actually addresses it.
Yeah, I
He
guess he
addressed it.
does.
He said he was one of his people.
Yeah, he was a double agent. You can't have
No,
that.
not that part. Not that part. It is. I mean, you
Go.
can't get too mad. I am a mafia boss.
Yeah, it's
I
true.
was like,
That's say
Yeah,
that. I'm
he
like, what are
does
you
say that.
saying? The scorpion and the frog here, lady. What do you want?
I don't make the rules. Come on. You go get another
This
tattoo.
is how it goes. This is how it's got to be.
So she ends up having to fight Ryu Fei Long, and they get into a fight over I don't really understand the scene. She's got like a box filled with like, I don't know.
The DX, whatever
Is
she
that
stole.
DX? So
Yeah.
anyway, so she steals it for, okay, gotcha now. So then she gets in a fight with Ryu and him. Like, all right,
It's
that was
super easy.
barely an inconvenience.
Yeah.
But then collapses.
Right. And then she's like, I'm down and out. So then we cut to Tojo getting a new toy. He arrives with his helicopter, and all of a sudden we are presented
Reintroduced.
with the fact reintroduced. Thank you, Victor. To Emmy, who did not go boom. Emmy no go boom. Emmy's fine. She's a little unconscious, but here she is, and he gifts her to the twins.
Yes.
This happens in the middle of her fight with Ryu, but it doesn't matter. She kicks Ryu's ass. She breaks his neck. She like freaking suplexes his ass. It's over.
Zangief.
Yeah.
Zangief.
Yeah, straight up Zangief's that shit. It's over. Good on her. She did good. But then Tojo's like, "Oh, hey, how's it going? You defeated Ryu and you came back to me. You're so sweet. I love you." Whatever. So apparently he says that it's because of the tattoo, or he believes it's because of the tattoo that she's like drawn to him or some shit. Whatever. She passes out. I didn't see her take a hit, but apparently she took one because she had like a head injury and then she passed.
Maybe she got a little over enthusiastic with that suplex.
I don't know.
So then we say erections can cause head explosions.
Yes. So the twins are having a good time with Emmy, who is surprisingly willing to
Enjoying it?
participate in
Compliant.
this situation.
Is
Yeah.
You know,
into
it's like,
She
is she
She's
drugged
not
or
even
is she just
compliant.
that
She is
screwed up in the
into
head?
it.
And yes,
Yeah.
she's into it. And again, Vic, that's the question. Is like, is she drugged? Is this DX99 thing or whatever the fuck it's whatever order those are supposed to go in? Is it supposed to be that kind of a drug? And like, if so, they really missed a chance to explain away a lot of this. Like, they could have very easily just been like, "Oh, she's on the D9X9 thing, and this is what's doing."
Again, don't know if it's just
Don't know.
media. We don't know if it's a
that's true.
translation issue or
It's fair.
it's just not written. in.
Look, who have not gotten horny doing P90X? Who have not?
I don't know, man. It was more of Tybo for me, really. So anyway,
Fair enough.
the thing of it is that yeah, it could be a translation error, but this anime, because it was part of this Best of Kitty thing, and it was like this small potatoes anime, finding information about this is very difficult. And
Yeah.
even in the age of the internet, there's really not that much about it. You get stage names for the English voice actors, which I didn't even realize there was a dub of this. So there you go.
Yes.
And
Yeah, you get the stuff on the actors, and the director, the writer. That you don't get much else.
that's it. The amount of information I have is all I can find. So anyway, so Tojo's got Rei-Lan back on his boat now, and she's all angry and whatever. And you killed Doug, and it must you
Angry.
bastard. Right? Yeah, she's just so angry. He's got her by the hands, holding her hands up, right? And she's just so mad. She has legs. She literally kicked a dude that was made of pure muscle and
To death
killed
in
him.
one hit.
But she's just so mad, and he's got her by the hands, and then you get some kind of flashback where Doug was like in a marry or whatever. Doug's dead. Doesn't matter. Don't be Doug. Doug sucks. Poor Doug. But then yeah,
Big
he's
Doug.
at that point that he's like, I'm a mafia boss. I don't know what you were expecting. Whatever. And then
She basically, yeah, you're right. Let's get it on.
And then yeah, that's it. Thank you, Lynette. That's exactly. I was like, you know what? You're right. My bad. He's like, so you belong to me. She's like, yeah, I guess I do. Let's just go. This is fine.
Cool.
So then disrobe and they have more sex. And it's just like, okay, cool. And then she wants to swallow, and he's all like, how's it? And she's like, it's all the porn stuff. And you're like, whatever. And they keep fucking, and they do a lot of that. And you're like, okay. But at the same time, Emmy's getting hers. I don't know why Emmy needed to be in this. Emmy could have gone boom and stayed boom, and it would have been a perfectly reasonable thing. But no, they keep going. This, everybody has their moment.
I feel like one of the animators was just an Emmy fan.
I guess. So then we jump ahead just a tiny little bit, because now we're back at Super Grappler 2 Turbo, and now we've got Dynamite
This
Bob.
motherfucker.
Dynamite Bob is Machine Gun Joe's brother. Like that matters. It doesn't. And you find that Rei-Lan is now completely subservient to Tojo, and Emmy is completely subservient to the twins, and Rei-Lan she's going to go out there and fight for him, for Tojo. She's his slave.
His new Ryu.
His new Ryu. There you go. It's a good way to look at it. They belong to each other. She belongs to him. He belongs to her. Whatever. That's it. She's a bad guy now.
And end the story.
And cut. Like literally, there's no epilogue to this. This is it.
Nothing.
It's a
Literally
jump cut.
nothing.
Jump cut, and then nothing. Dead air. Black as night. Zero. I was surprised. I thought there'd at least be like a substantial, I don't know, credit roll. I don't know, something. Anyway,
Nothing.
It ends very abruptly. So that's it. That's Rei-Lan Orchid Emblem. That's it. It's the whole shebang. The only musings I had were, it was a shit ton of Street Fighter and Fatal Fury characters on the wall. Oh, in France, they called it Sex Fighter. That's the name of the anime. I was like, that's probably the
That's
most
better
accurate name you
name.
could.
That's
That's a
yeah,
better name.
that's a more
That's what they
accurate
call
name.
it. I was like, that's funny that they named it that. That was it.
Now,
It
was it Sex Fighter or was it like in French?
Oh, I'm sure it was in French.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's probably
In French, so it probably
whatever that is.
translated to Super Sex Fighter 2 Turbo Ultra Mega Edition.
There you go. Guys, this was only like a 40-minute anime, so this wasn't like a big watch for any of us yet. Here we were. We talked. We there's so much to experience. Should we go and start talking about our thoughts on this one, guys? Who wants to go first?
Many questions.
Lay them on me. Go ahead.
Why did they have to punch us in the face with all that stuff? Couldn't they have, you know, usually they have good stories and it kind of builds and it helps you
Yeah.
to get there. And this one just went, no, boom. Everybody
Yeah.
turned into Doug. You got to watch me, Doug.
Everyone.
It's like, hey, look,
The-
it's a person. Sexy.
The audience is Doug.
Well, I did feel kind of dead inside at the end.
That's what it felt like. I was like, I'm Doug. This is what Doug feels like. Because it was like,
I started looking down like, yeah, maybe I am Doug.
To help you find your inner Doug. That's what this anime is for. Oh my god. So, Lynette, besides that, give me some more about it. So, what do you think about this anime?
it was a very aggressive anime. This
is.
is like that guy who comes on to you in a bar, and the next thing you know, you're just like, "Whoa, how did I wind up in your car?"
I mean, that
What
happens to me
happened?
all the time.
I can't relate.
I'm not even at my house.
That's
Yeah.
what it was. It was like someone
Right.
came on pretty strong, but in this case, it worked for them.
Extremely willing to participate. It was
Yeah.
alarming. It really was.
Yeah,
So
it was
many
very
wrong
shocking.
lessons could be divined
Oh,
from
this
this
is not. This is one of those anime where it's like, it's a good thing it's intended for mature audiences because younger people, heaven forbid, we'd
Immature.
have seen this as teenagers. That would have been terrible. It could have affected us negatively. Nevertheless. So, Lynette, I'm gonna gather from that maybe you don't think this should probably be watched by a modern audience.
Well, I'm gonna say yes. Everybody needs to get punched in the face to feel like
Well,
Doug.
that's like, if I had to suffer, everyone is suffering.
Everyone
If my
must be
neighbor had to
Doug.
suffer, everyone's suffering.
Lynette's on P90X. She's on P90X. I can see it in her eyes.
That's it.
I'm
everyone.
telling you, everybody needs to know how Doug felt. And so you need to watch this movie.
Oh my gosh. All right.
We should
all
bring
right.
more attention to this one. Yes, that's
I'm-
exactly what we need to do.
I am gonna let Vic go next. Vic, how'd you feel
Oh,
about Rei-Lan Orchid
God.
Emblem?
So, like I said earlier, it's frustrating because it did feel like there were two teams working on it.
Yeah.
The teams that working on sex, because those were well animated, and they did it in a way that they didn't have to worry about mosaicing everything.
Right.
Even in the uncensored version, it's like you're looking at it, it's like there's no reason for mosaics in anything.
Not really.
here.
Yeah.
And then you have the everyone else, because a lot of the fights were mediocre at best. Anything that
Sure.
wasn't sex was mediocre at best.
Right.
And, looking it up, it's the same studio that did Avantertina, same studio that did Venus 5,
Sure. Wow.
which is, the same
Oh,
studio that
Venus
did,
5. Okay.
yeah, same studio that did The Blue Girl.
Okay. This all tracks.
Same-
I can see the correlation between the Blue Girl and this. Like, there's similar. Okay.
The same people behind things like Mezzoforte
Mm-hmm.
and, Ikitos, not Ikitosen. Was it Ikitosen?
I don't know. There's been like 7 of
Well,
those, and each one had a
Valkyrie
different studio.
Drive.
Really?
Yeah,
Who?
Okay. Valkyrie Drive. It's
it was a game and
okay.
anime.
It was a game.
So it's like, the studio no longer exists, but
Yeah.
it's like they've done, I'm doing in air quotes, quality work.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the studios were active until like 2019, 2020.
Yeah.
So it's not like they were horrible at anything, but
No.
it's like this one had, again, don't know if it's translation thing or what, but there was so much missing info that I felt like would have made more sense.
Yeah.
Like if if half the people were drugged, a lot of it would make so much more sense.
Absolutely.
And it's like,
And
I-
we were drugged, it would have made more sense.
yeah. And it's one of those things that it would, if it's one of those, you shouldn't have to headcanon the situation.
Right.
If they're drugged, they're drugged. If not, then they're just, screwed up in the head. I would like to know which one.
It would have been great for that. I agree. I would have loved to have had that information.
I like what that poses for us is it possible, right? As being exposed to something like this, right? It could form your thoughts on like I don't know. I'm trying to find the best way to say it, but
Let me finish my final thought, or are you just going to keep on interrupting?
no, I'm asking you as a result for your final thought. As a result of it is what effect does that have on our development in terms of how we think these things should be playing out?
Well, I don't think it affects my development at all, but I have the super magic ability of detaching myself from everything.
I mean,
So,
sorry, a little frog in my throat. Brian, could you expand on that thought for me?
For instance, like the Naruto Ninja Run, right?
Sure.
People watch Naruto, next thing you know, they start doing the ninja
I
run.
love that this anime led to a metaphor about Naruto Ninja Run. That is everything I needed
and
in
to-
today's episode.
I'm going to sidetrack that for 1 second.
Yeah.
When Rick and I went to Japan, I think it was our first day that we got there.
Yeah.
There was like a little 90-year-old Japanese lady doing a ninja run like that in the train station.
Yeah, good shit.
Funniest thing I've seen in my life.
It's great. But do go on. I don't think she was on D99X. But
We're talking about
but
the old
do
lady
go-
still, right?
do go on, Brian. Tell me more. Okay, the Naruto run. Sure. We
Right,
did,
the
in the
Naruto run.
did in the anime and then people did it kind of thing.
Yeah. So does this have that same potential to warp development?
I don't think so.
I mean,
I haven't heard of someone trying to bang for 3 days straight, nonstop, continuously.
that's a
and
goal,
Climax thing at the
really.
Getting
end.
a tattoo. Wow.
Like, there's got to be, like you said, you couldn't even find someone trying to do that in any instance, like getting tattooed while it's happening. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know. I mean, there's, so obviously media has the ability to affect people who are impressionable. However, we have established many times that it's also a bullshit statistic. It's a non-existent statistic. We all played Mortal Kombat. None of us are murderers, right? Like, we all played Street Fighter. None of us beat people up for fun. We all played Duke Nukem. None of us walk around shooting people.
But I
Like,
still
it's
get upset when I'm out of bubblegum.
all the time, man. So the idea of violence in video games having an effect on young minds and turning them into horribly violent people has been proven to be absolute bullshit. So at the same time, I have to say that sexual violence in media has to be the
Fictional
same thing.
sexual violence.
Fictional sexual violence. It's all absolutely has to be the same thing, right? It's escapism. It's whatever, but I don't think it can. I don't think it affects people the way some people claim that kind of stuff does. Because a lot of folks watched a lot of this shit a lot earlier than we probably should have back in the 80s
Yeah.
and 90s, and there ain't a lot of us going off the chain. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's more of maybe a hyper small percentage, like
Yeah,
less
sure,
than
there's-
1% that it probably affect.
Without a doubt, there are
And
exceptions to
there-
every rule.
and there's possibly something else going on there that's
Without a
allowing
doubt.
it to. Yeah,
Right.
Absolutely.
I just think it's important
If
that we can even put that out there.
Sure.
So-
No, it's
Yeah,
fair.
if
Okay.
anything, I think something like this, because it does punch you in the face and it does not exactly what it's doing or what it's
Yeah.
trying to do.
Lynette, does it punch you in the
If
face or does it smack you in the face?
it does a little bit of both. It
It
smacks you in
really
the face
does,
and then
yeah.
says, "Continue to watch me."
And
That
it's
type
like,
of keep
just,
watching me, Doug.
Doug, watch me, Doug. So,
Keep
yeah.
you know, yeah, I feel like it just makes you ask questions,
Yeah.
like we were like what we've been doing. Like, was she drugged?
Sure.
What's going on?
It's
Is she
like
just
she has.
crazy? Is this a
Yeah.
bit of Stockholm, or is she really just okay with everything that happened?
Yeah.
You know?
So, like, I don't want the
Okay, Brian, I'm gonna stop you for 1 second. You totally derailed my final thought for your own. So I'm gonna
Let's
finish my final thought, then you get to
I
continue.
I agree. We need to let Vic finish, and then I'm more than happy to move into this. Go ahead, Vic.
Don't worry, luckily I was
do
only a few lines
you
away.
how do you feel? Wrap it up for me.
So if you're a fan of, Studios Dreamy Express Zone, Triple X, Dandelion, ARMS, and you just wanna complete their catalog. Okay, sure, it's not the worst thing out there. I mean, Venus 5 is there. But is it worth as, you just want to watch hentai? There's so much better out there. So much better.
Agreed. There's a
And
lot better hentai out
this
there.
is one of those that, maybe a couple of extra minutes with proper story, some correct information probably would have helped a lot more.
Would not have taken much.
No, just a couple of extra lines here and there would probably fix this a lot.
Yeah.
As is, I don't think it's worth the time or effort.
I hear you. And honestly, guys, I don't even know how easy this is to find. Like, I just
how did you find it?
Yar, matey. We be finding things in all kinds of places.
I
Yeah,
actually owned it at one time, but I sold it off.
well, yeah, because it was part of Best of Kitty. I think I had Best of Kitty back in the day, but I don't know. It's one of those that I think if you wanted eBay, it's probably the only place you can find it now.
1 second. Because Media Blaster still has their kitty lineup up, so
Really?
let's see.
That's just trippy.
Best of
While we're doing that, you want me to go ahead and finish?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Brian, go for it, buddy. Go ahead.
Stockholm Syndrome.
Sure.
usually takes a lot more than 5 minutes.
Usually. But have you seen Tojo's member?
No, I didn't because it was shadowed out.
Stockholm Syndrome. This
Yes.
is basically the anime equivalent of that. How do you get it that quick?
I think that's definitely what they were going for, is that she was Stockholmed. I feel like that as a character that was because she wasn't, because they never explained away how quickly she turned. Her being on the drug would have made all the sense in the world. They could have very quickly explained how she was so easily brainwashed, so easily
Right.
Stockholmed. I think because they didn't take an opportunity to explain how she turned so quickly, like, to me, that's the part that gets me. Like, I do agree, it's absolutely a story about Stockholm, right?
Yeah.
And falling into that world. But do you think it's worth pursuing? Do you think this is worth
Hell
someone's
no.
time?
Hey, Keith Howard has done better. Fights in underground fights is done better. They try to make Geese Howard a combination of Geese Howard, Tojo, a combination of Geese Howard and Bison, and for shits and giggles, Mr. Big from fucking Art of Fighting. They try to put them all together.
They did.
And then it was I think somebody, ultimately, this is my headcanon, whoever played this got their ass whipped all the time in Street Fighter. Why do you put so many characters in there? Like, what was the whole point of putting Blanca's and
It was a
E-Honda's
fighting
faces?
game fanatic that was,
Yeah.
just 0 and 1.
Just really had it for Chun-Li.
Yeah.
Or Mai, or both.
So
That's fair.
it's not like it's not like it's a parody. It's trying to take itself serious.
It
the
clearly
whole-
is, yeah.
The tattoo thing. People
Yeah.
getting tattooed and being joined by it. Crying Freeman. I mean,
Yeah.
this shit is done better across the board.
Sure.
Even the whole finding a mate and you're the number one of the underworld. That's crying Freeman.
Yeah.
It's pissed off at somebody, and it's taking it out on everybody. It turned us all into Doug as a result. So
That's fair. That's fair.
Don't say
Ain't
it.
worth it.
It'll be worth. It could be worth it if they would. If they're going to smack us in the face, don't pull back on it with the pixelation and the censorship. You've already gone that way. You might as well just go the whole way and just finish the job. That would have made it worth it.
Yeah,
So.
because there have been many anime released in that time frame that are completely uncensored. So and when it came to the States, it was uncensored. Like the VHS release of it was an uncensored release, but there's still obviously the genitalia was still dark. It was just blackouts,
which I think was a better choice for the Japanese audience. Actually, I
Yeah.
think that was a better choice than just a mosaic.
Agreed. I do too. I think that's
Because even
probably
though it was
better.
blacked out, there was some detail.
Yeah,
there.
because it's like moisture. Anyway,
Mhm.
they handle it well in that sense, but the censored version with the mosaics is just pointless. It really was. Yeah. Look, part of me is like, how much do you love fighting? Like, if you really love fighting games and you just can't find one that's scratching the sexual itch, then maybe this will scratch your itch.
This isn't even a
Nah.
fighting game.
That's
But
what
it's
the
not.
next, that's what our next show is for.
It's a homage to that. And I don't mean a homage like a good thing. I mean like a ripoff. It's a ripoff of those things, right? It's riding on the coattails, like you said, Brian, of other anime that did it better. Right? This is a thing that it's literally based on some short story. It's not even like a manga or some like long
It's a
thing, so
fanfic?
it's a fanfic. It's a
It
fanfic.
takes you longer to read a short story than to watch this.
It's a light novel written by Toshihiko Kudo and illustrated by Makoto Fujisaki. I haven't seen it, but a light novel generally means it's probably fan fiction.
Yeah, well, a light novel could literally mean anything nowadays.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
But that was, that's what it was. So is it good though? Right? All right, here's my stance on this. It is the best of Kitty. That's what I will give you. It was better to me than Advanced Retina, and it was infinitely better to me than Battle Team Lakers EX. I think anything's better than Battle Team Lakers EX. But of those three that are best of Kitty, air quotes, it was the best of Kitty. Is it good? No, it's not. It's not the worst thing I've ever watched. It's not inherently bad. It's missing crucial information that would have made it good. I think explaining how she was able to be so easily convinced to live that life, even if it was just through D99X, whatever,
that would have given us a reason.
It would have given it would have improved the overall, my interpretation of that story. Like, I would have accepted that more. This just sort of weird, arbitrary, going from 0 to rail me until I'm dead was a lot, and I did not expect that turn from a character who was so viciously
She was a total
fighting.
badass in the beginning, yeah.
Right, and she just like very quickly, it's like, you know what, I can just be a sleeve. Let's do this. Like, she just very quickly gave up.
I get it because she shows discipline. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
She shows that in her fighting and how strong she is and stuff like that. You don't just get that by being wishy-washy.
Yeah. She was a fucking DEA agent. She obviously did, she was, she did her time. She worked a thing. And for her to just be like,
you're not having IQ of broccoli.
This
Yes.
D is just too good.
virgin.
Sorry, Doug. Like,
She was a virgin.
yeah.
Yes.
That could go
which of
back down
course.
to the discipline part.
Yeah. And I think that plays into more of male fetishism, than anything else. They just needed a reason for that to be. I don't know. But yeah. So it just, for her as a character, not to get too, deep into this anime, the fact that she turned so quick without an explanation, or spending the time on it was only 40 minutes, spending the time to show that turn. Like, it would have been one thing if he spent a long time, like they showed him working her over mentally and gaslighting the shit out of her for like a long time, and okay, fine, but this was like one night, done, you're mine.
We spent more time on the montage than anything else.
Yeah.
Done more time in montage and fighting.
Yeah. So it's not worth your trouble to find if somebody hands it to you and they're like, check this out, it was wild. It was wild. I ain't gonna lie, it was wild. But it's not great. It's not good. It's fine. Yeah, I guess.
I blame the
if you got
name.
nothing else. You blame the name? You think Sex Fighter would have been the better approach?
No, it's something about the word orchid. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah, white orchid with Mickey Rourke and shit.
Yeah.
Anything that has orchid, you know some shit's gonna go wild.
All right, that's fair. I do remember her from Killer Instinct. It did go wild.
Yeah. You saw how busted she was.
So yeah, I guess that's it. That's gonna kind of do it for our show today. So until next time, keep calm and I don't know, man. Don't be Doug, I guess.
You've just been privy to the
Don't be Doug.
mindless midlife musings of the anime nerd, presented by Geek
Poor
Grotto.
Doug.
For show notes and
Poor
corrections
Doug.
or for general geeky fun, you can visit our website at geek-grotto.com. If you're listening to us on your favorite podcast app, please like, follow, and subscribe.